Hey everybody, it's Heather. Welcome to Crafting and Recovery. I hope you're all doing well and loving yourselves because you are all very important. Don't forget that. And I gotta let my dog in. Sorry about that. It seems like every time I try to film, they want in and out, in and out. Okay, so, yeah, I hope you guys are all ready for a beautiful Christmas. Get to spend time with family. I get it. My kids are coming down. We play, the last 2 years we've played the white elephant game. Kind of keeps Christmas a little less expensive and it's a lot of fun. And I found out recently, I don't know if I told you guys already, but I'm going to be a grandma. My first grandbaby's coming in May. And so I'm super, super excited. It's so hard to not start buying like a bunch of clothes because I know it's going to be a boy, but they have a lot of really adorable little Christmas outfits right now, and I want to buy them so bad, but by next Christmas, he'd be grown out of them, so I have to wait. Anyway, I wanted to show you this Steampunk journal I just finished up. I love the way that this turned out. It turned out like way better than I was even hoping. So I hope the lighting's okay. It's kind of cloudy today, so I tried to have some decent lighting. But Natasha with Treasure Books, she posted a video, and I don't know if it was a recent one or not, but she showed how to do the faux rust, like super easy with acrylic paint and cinnamon and PVA glue and a heat gun. And it came out so cool. I was like super, super impressed with how well and easy it is. It's really, really easy. So I did this little dragonfly and just some metal with some brads here, some gears. I did some texture paste and then did some gold acrylic paint on the, just kind of like glazed it. And then it's got the black lace fabric spine with a vintage, it was like a cream colored fabric, and I did some gold accent on the fabric underneath, so it kind of shows through a little bit. And then on the back here, I had this old vintage earring, and so I did the faux butterfly, and then I put the earring, I glued the earring on it, so it turned out pretty cool. And then on the side here, I just have, it's got a clip on each side for the closure. And I just have a few little charms. There's a key, a little owl, and there's room to add more charms if you want. So opening it up, I used, this kit is Pink Monarch Prints, her Steampunk one. And then I got these really cool Steampunk flashcards from, I want to say Ink and Page Journal or Polka Art. I'll have to list it in the description box. I have the worst time remembering stuff, but it's just got a couple little tags in here. And then I used jean, it's hidden spine, and I used jean and some other fabric for the spine. And then here's another faux rusted piece. And then I did glossy accent on these little goggles here. And then the faux rusted piece here. And then here's just some little postcards I made into little tucks with some little steampunk ephemera. And then this is a vintage music page. Some more printables. These printables are from Pink Monarch Prints. The ones that look like this with the different patterns on them are my Porch Prints. And I believe that's the only two I used. There's one more. I'll have to remember who it's from though. And then I just did some distress spray and some gold, or it's like a more of a bronzy metal acrylic paint. My mind does not work anymore. So this is from another digital kit. it's not a kit, it's just some photos of hot air balloons and stuff, and I got that from another one. Like I said, I'll have to list them below. Anyway, this opens up, and then I've got one of the little faux rusted butterflies here on just a little coin envelope, and that opens up, and there's a little tag in there. And then this is just an image on another coin envelope that opens up, and I've got another tag tucked in there, and then there's just some journaling spot here. And then that closes, and this is an image of a hot air balloon fair and like the planes and all the cool stuff that they were doing back then. And then this is also a pocket, and I just have one of the envelopes from Pink Monarch Prints, and it's just Velcroed with another little tag in there. Get it back in there. I'll do it later. And then this is just paper clips closed. And then I also did some faux rusted tabs that I have on a few of the pages. This is just stamped and just a little cluster. The bell jar definition. This is this really cool steampunk art book that I found, and she makes little clay steampunk figures and stuff, and so it shows you how to do that. And there's a lot of like really adorable little steampunk clay images in the book, so I added a few of the pages from that. Just more distress, little stamp. And this is a different kit too. Good Lord, Heather. So yeah, I used a few of them. I'll list them all below though, I promise. And then there's this is from, I think, the Graphics Fairy, yeah. And then just some more distress. Here's a faux key, rusted key, and a little tab that moves. And it says genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So this opens up. It's got a little card in here. And then, I'm so sorry, you guys. My dogs just love to bark whenever I'm doing this. So there's journaling space there. Another little coin envelope. Journaling space. This one flips up. More journaling space. And another spot to put little things, and then that just flips back over there. Here's the other side of that little, these are so cute. Look at the little horse she made. I know that's probably got a glare on it from the light, but she makes them out of clay and like metal pieces. It's so cool. Anyway, and then just distressed. Here is more stenciling with that gold paint. And then I had this old, it was probably a brooch at one time, but it's got little, probably cubic zirconia, little diamonds in it. And my daughter brought me a huge, like, bags and bags that she had bought from Goodwill, full of just a bunch of old jewelry and stuff to use in my journals. And so yeah, there's just some more definitions. This is one of the photos from that hot air balloon thing. And then you can journal on the back of it. Little goggles with some, oh, Lord, what's it called? Glossy accent. Oh, my goodness, my mind. My mind is going. The fibromyalgia is eating my brain. Little parasol. There's a little cluster. Some more Graphics Fairy image and some more of those. This is just a stamp on top of the distressed paper, and then a little dragonfly that a friend of mine made me this cute little surrender box, and the dragonfly fell off. And so I used it in the journal. Butterflies. And then this, I got this off of Pinterest, but I thought it was just absolutely so beautiful. I printed it on mixed media paper. And I was watching a video and she was saying how vibrant the colors come out if you use like watercolor paper or mixed media. So I painted it the bronze color and then did some stamping behind it. There's a little fabric. There's a faux rusted clip. And then that little steampunk bird. And I just hung a little cog charm here off of the front. Anyway, that flips up. And then back here I did some stenciling and some distressing. And there's a pocket. And then this is an old book from 1919. It was called The Temptation of Olive Latimer. I made a altered book out of it, and then I saved a bunch of the pages. So that's got, a pocket. And then that also flips open, and it's got some journaling space, and then you can decorate this however you like. And then some little goggles with the glossy accent and a quote. And then here's another page out of that steampunk book. I love these little, they're just so cute. And this is, she's showing you how to make a little glow-in-the-dark steampunk blob. Some more printables. That's a stamp. And just some more little tags. This is a antique Sears or Montgomery Ward catalog page. I just put a little hand there pointing at it. More printables. Another pocket. This is from, it's a children's encyclopedia from the 1950s. So I just added a couple of the machinery pages out of that. And then here's just a little cluster clock with a moving little clock hand. And here's another one of those photos. I love these. And then just a little cluster with some lace. Some more stencil, butterfly, some more little clusters. I love these images from Pink Monarch Prints. They're really beautiful. It's just coffee dyed paper. A little photo of a steampunk lady. This is that faux metal I made a belly band out of. This is like a little fussy cut. It's like a metal bow. And then I just put this little butterfly brad through it for a little journaling card. And then here's the other side of that page of the, and here's another piece of that. It came out of the jewelry that was in all those bags. I just thought it was pretty, and the color matched the colors in the journal, so I added that. Another Montgomery Ward, little faux metal. It's like a metal fussy cut. It's supposed to be looking like a metal fussy cut. And dragonfly stamp. Another page from that steampunk catalog, and these are just amazing how she makes them. There's a pocket here I didn't put anything in, and then just a little thing, and then I did a little chain from the tab to the bottom of the page here with a little cog, and just hangs down there. There's also, oh, there's not a pocket on that side, I'm sorry. So you can decorate that however you want. And then this was supposed to be a flip out in the journal, but I made it too big. And I didn't realize it till I was done, so I just kind of stuck it in between the pages. But it's a junk mail envelope, and so I did some little cards in here, and I did some collaging on it with some gold paint. And then this is a pocket, so you can stick something in there. And then here's a little pocket, and this is actually like a little belly band too. And then that flips open, and you've got two little pockets here with some hot air balloons, and you can decorate this however you want. And this is just distressed with some metallic paint, some hot air balloon stamps. some pocket watches from that Sears catalog. This is an old, it's like a history book that I found. And so this was talking about the industrial age. And so I added a page out of there. Little tuck up here. And then just a little glossy accented light bulb in the hand. Some more of those like metally fussy cuts. Light bulb, little bicycle, little stamped typewriter, little flying guy. And then the centerpiece, I made this the centerpiece. This, she called it the Clockwork Calamari. And she made this out of clay and metal pieces. It's just amazing. And I thought the colors were so beautiful, so I made that the centerpiece for that one. Look at this turtle. I love it. And then this is just imagination is the reality of the dreamer. Distressed. Here's a faux rusted key. Some metallic paint. Little dress stand. Plain frame. All right. Sorry about the mess around it. I'm working on another journal right now. And then here's the other page from that industrial book, or the industrial history book. Some more feathers. I love the prices in these are so crazy. Like 35 cents. And then this is just glued on with the faux rusted little clip. Some more pages. This is, so it's just a junk mail envelope that is on here with a paper clip. But it flips around. It flips around to the other side. Both sides have a pocket. But it's just a little journaling card in there. And then this side has a little tag in there. And then just some, I made this into a pocket also, but then just some clustering. And then that just goes right back on there with the paper clip. And there's another one of those faux rusted tags on here. Some more of that children's book, encyclopedia. And here's just a little envelope. And I just did a little thing with some metallic string and wraps around and just a little cluster on the front. Coffee dyed paper, and I did a little metallic paint on that also. And then some more tuck there. Little stamped clock. This is just a little piece of that, and distressed with steampunk. Some more distressed. And this is a really old encyclopedia book that I have, and it had it was just electric lighting, so I put that in here. Cluster. And then this side, this is another page out of it, and it was engineering, so I stuck that in there also. Some more little tags in here. There's lots of room to journal or decorate however you'd like to decorate it too. And here's just a little tag I made with the octopus, science fiction, skullduggery, dishonorable proceedings, dishonesty, or trickery. These definitions are funny. And then another little journaling card. This is also from that. It's talking about cogwheels, gears, and screws. So I added that in there too. And then that is the back. So, yeah, this is in my Etsy shop right now. For some reason, YouTube isn't, it said it couldn't verify my information so that my links that I put down there are clickable. So I'm still trying to get that figured out. So it's just craftingandrecovery.etsy.com. It is what my shop is called, Crafting and Recovery. So you can find this there. And anyway, I hope you guys liked it. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I've never done this faux rust before, and that was so cool to watch how they turned out. If you guys have any questions, just list them in the comment below, and I will list all the kits in the description box. And I'm still planning on doing a journal together. Things have just been so crazy with Christmas and stuff coming up, so I wanted to do it this month, but it might be after Christmas and when I am able to start doing that. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and if I don't see you before then, have a happy New Year. Bye.